Oh my fucking god. That Chad over to the right above my head, that is Drew Karpyshyn. That's the lead writer to Mass Effect and Mass Effect 2, guys. That is the guy to the right. The Chad to the right with glasses. He wrote Mass Effect 1 and 2. Or well, he was the lead writer. That's what I'm saying.
Hi, I'm Drew Karpyshyn, and I am the narrative director at Archetype Entertainment.
Yeah, so The Awakened are one of my favorite
Yeah,
aspects
Jesse
of
worked on
Exodus.
the Old Republic.
When we first started thinking about what it would feel like to board Ark ships and colonize...
Guys, again, this is important. The three boys we see here, Jesse, Chad, and Drew, they're the OG BioWare boys. The good old BioWare. We're seeing some of the folks right here. 1, 2, 3. Tripp, trapp, trull, as we say in Sweden.
Probably has the most in common with Knights of the Old Republic or maybe the original Mass Effect, which is appropriate because...
He said it. Jesse said it. Knights of the Old Republic and Mass Effect. And we have this fucking guy over here just smiling. Damn, dude, I'm getting excited. Just seeing these three boys makes me excited. This is like, oh, I feel right at home. I love that they actually say it. Like, they know people are going to be like, oh, obviously this looks like Mass Effect a lot. It's like, yeah, this is closer to Mass Effect than Knights of the Old Republic. There you go. Fuck yeah.
World, so that when you return, it will have been progressing in the way you want. Things won't have changed too much, or they will have changed in the way that you sort of pre-approved. There are different dynasties on every world that are often in conflict. Sometimes they're rivals, sometimes they're allies. In our game, you will have other dynasties that you run into, other travelers who have their own agendas, some of them who will help you, some of them who will oppose you. And it's one of the things I really love because we show that even though humanity has a common goal, we aren't united in our ways of doing things, in the way we think we should get there, in how we want to achieve these goals. And I think that play between the different dynasties is one of the things that really adds to the flavor of the game and of your companions and the story we're trying to tell.
Damn, like I love how absolutely, like how fluently he answered that because he goes so in depth. It's like you can tell that he's not reading a script. You can tell that he's like responsible for most of it. Like, so all the knowledge is in his head, right? It's so cool just seeing a creative person like this just essentially explain everything, one thing after another, in a way that's very easy to understand. Exodus seems like a well thought out game for a change with the deep lore in the universe. That is the biggest thing for Exodus, like that's going for Exodus right now. I don't know how often I've said this. I don't know if I've really said it that much. I'm one of those Mass Effect fans that, as much as I love the companions, and I do love all of the squad mates and the characters in the Mass Effect trilogy, really why Mass Effect 1 is such a good game for me is because of the atmosphere and the world building. And what I feel Exodus is doing right now, what they are doing with Exodus, is they're building up an even bigger universe than Mass Effect right now, even before the game has come out. And I think they're doing a good job of it because it's like they're communicating with the fan base. They are essentially explaining things, and like all of the things that they've shown so far, they just make sense when you think about them. They make logical sense. It's a very logical kind of universe where it's easy to understand how it became this way. So true about ME1. Yeah, I feel like Mass Effect 1 is like the best atmospheric sci-fi game made of all time. I would put maybe Dead Space right behind it because of the horror elements and stuff like that. But I think like just in terms of vibes, in terms of nostalgia, even when I played Mass Effect 1 for the first time back in the day when I was a teenager, I was still really nostalgic whenever I heard all the music going on, all the explanations about the Protheans and the Reapers and everything, and just how the galaxy, like the races in the galaxy come together, and like everything is just so beautiful in a way where like I haven't seen anything like it in any other franchise. And I feel like Exodus is probably the one that can come close or be its own thing while still like having the same ingredients to what like made Mass Effect 1, maybe 2 and 3 even, so great.